Hello and welcome to the next chess video of mine. This time I show you the game between Deep Fritz 14 versus Nebula 2.0. Deep Fritz 14 is white, Nebula 2.0 is black, and I let them play the Urosov or Ponziani Gambit, which arises after the moves e4, e5, bishop to c4, so it's a bishop's opening, knight here, and the move d4. This is the opening I had given them, and Nebula calculated that he takes d4 is the best move. If something like knight takes here, then I think you just take here, and now you threaten the move queen here or queen there. So the knight doesn't have many squares. So maybe now d5 takes, knight takes. I don't know. Maybe even that move is possible. Threaten a crude mate. And if here, then just taking there. But this kind of endgame is, pretty equal. But okay, I'm not an expert in this gambit, but I will provide you with the solution to knight takes e4 after the game. We have the move pawn takes here, and now knight f3. What about taking here now? Knight takes e4, just take every pawn. Queen here, now d5, probably. I don't know. Knight takes, maybe knight takes or queen takes, or knight here. Yeah, this probably also kind of good. But what happens after the move d5? Probably bishop here, c6, bishop back, and queen f3 maybe to attack the knight. Maybe bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, and bishop there. But I'm pretty sure that this shouldn't be played like this. Okay, we have the move knight takes e4. You have the knight f3, knight takes c4. Not queen e2, but taking here maybe is an option. Attacking the knight. Let's say the knight moves back, and then bishop here, and white get a lot of development for his sacrificed pawn. Something like bishop e7. No, not castling. I will castle queen side, knight here. Castling. d5 doesn't work now. h3 does nothing, just h4. Takes, knight moves somewhere, for example here, to be safe. And then here there is no defense against the mate. If you try and defend it, and you cannot because the pawn is pinned, so there is nothing. So you can never take the bishop, so h3 doesn't make any sense here. Let's see what Deep Fritz comes up with. Takes the pawn here on d4, attacking the knight. Also possible after knight f6 is probably just castle. Maybe c5. Queen here check. Queen tries to defend. The knight here attacking this pawn. And then you kind of have to go d4. Takes, bishop here, but then you lose this pawn, and this should be bad for black. So I don't know. Then that goes back to f6. But I prefer the move bishop to g5 here. Yeah, but if you check here, I don't know, you kind of want to have the bishop here on e3 after this check. Moving it twice is not a good option. Knight c3 probably. Queen here, no. Bishop e7, and now bishop g5. Castles, castles, and you're never able to play h3, so maybe c6 just to prepare d4. But then maybe just rook here, d4. Rook takes bishop maybe, or just move the bishop here. But then h6 does work, so probably not the rook, but c6 looks kind of normal to me. Or maybe just knight c6 to attack the queen. The queen goes there, and now d6, preparing some bishop move. I don't know. I don't know what happens here. Okay. So I will probably go with knight c3, bishop here, and bishop g5. Castles, castles, and knight c6 and queen here. This looks normal to me, but let's see. Queen here. Maybe d6 now. King b1. Bishop here, you kind of don't want to exchange. But you can go here. Threatening pawn takes, followed by taking there. But here you can go h6, because the queen, there is no h4. Or can you? I don't know. Taking doesn't seem to work though. Taking, queen takes, and knight is defending here. Exchange, no, this doesn't work. Probably after knight c6. Queen here. But then knight here. Attacks the queen and attacks here, so bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes here, bishop takes there, knight hobbles back. No, knight cannot hobble back. Bishop is defending the square, and this is threatened, so maybe after this you'd have to give back the pawn. But maybe something like this is the best. Black can achieve. Oh wait, no, not this kind of stuff. Takes. Yeah, I kind of have to take the piece. Knight 6 against 7, so this is probably not what white wants. But where else to go with the queen? Let's attack nevertheless. So probably h4, but then maybe h6. Bishop here maybe. Pawn takes, knight takes. Threatening this check here. Yeah, well, It's just a perpetual after all. And black can also play this move. But then maybe there, going for h5, h4. So it's not that clear how this is gonna work. Also now this is a threat, taking here. This is a threat, let's see. Takes, queen takes, king here, knight here, check, have to take it, queen takes, and how is the material? 1, 2, 3, against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so yeah, but have to do this. You can also go for this check. Okay, we have queen h4 immediately. Yeah, okay, we have not bishop here. We have the move knight to c6 after all. And queen h4. Probably bishop e7 now. And bishop g5, and we transpose into something like this. I don't know if castling is here a good move. Maybe g4. Rook here. Takes. Now the knight cannot move. This is kind of threatened, so maybe d5. Well, you can just take it actually, because you can never take back because of this mate. So not d5, but maybe d6. Now bishop here maybe. Okay, we have to move bishop to b5 instead of bishop e7. Bishop to b4. Yeah, but now just here. Castling. I don't know, castling doesn't seem right to me. Bishop g5, I don't know, probably queen e7 check. And you have to put something back, so probably not bishop g5, probably just castling. Bishop takes, pawn takes, castling, bishop here maybe, or bishop there. Bishop here doesn't make sense because of d6, but bishop here takes, bishop there takes, threatening this check, so maybe this one, and now f4, going for f5, so maybe this one, f5 nevertheless. Bishop takes f5 probably. Rook takes f5, pawn takes f5. Bishop takes here. Still cannot move the knight, but you have to do something at least. So, probably queen here. No, or queen here, probably. Then bishop check. King here, and rook there. Maybe this is something threatening to take off the knight. I don't see a defense, probably here. But then rook takes knight, and if queen takes, then bishop here, check. King has 2 squares, but it doesn't matter where to go because this is checkmate. So this is the threat. Rook here. Yeah, you have 1 check right there, but that's about it. Maybe here. Maybe that. No, this is, the knight is also defending this guy, also the bishop, so this doesn't work. Okay, so rook takes f5 could be a threat there. So I don't know, bishop g5 I will play here, but let's see. What to do there? We don't have bishop takes knight, we have castling instead. Maybe knight here. And if taking there, then bishop takes here. If rook takes, then queen takes. No, the queen is defended, so this doesn't work. So, okay, we have to move bishop to d3 immediately, so now the knight cannot move. Bishop takes c3, pawn takes c3 probably. Now I have to do something against bishop g5, so maybe h3, but bishop g5 nevertheless. Pawn takes, knight takes, g3, f4, d5, f5, and we are in this variation. Rook takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. You could also go bishop takes maybe, followed by rook takes, because now rook takes is threatened and there is no sensible you can try something like this. Now don't take with the queen, because if you take with the queen, then this is gonna be checkmate. But after this, you could maybe take with the king. But here, I don't know if this is survivable. The king is on f6. There are some discoveries. There's rook f1 coming. You can get the exchange back by this check. No, you cannot. If the king goes there, then you could. But the king just goes there. And queen takes, rook takes, and black is a clear rook up, so this might not work that good. So king here is an option. Or just take with the rook. Pawn takes, bishop takes. But still, king here. Bishop there, rook there. Rook there. And if takes, knight takes, takes. No, this all doesn't seem to work. But let's see. Yeah, king g7 is a good defensive idea after bishop g5. So probably h6 now. Bishop takes and then a6. h6. Probably knight here. Pawn takes this one, threatening to take the knight and mate here. So this is kind of forced. But then you just take here, attack the queen and threaten mate over there. So probably knight here is a good move. You cannot take this knight. But what is white actually threatening? I don't see the threat. Knight here. Let's say d5. Yeah, well, d5. Maybe bishop here now. Attacking the rook. But then you take here. No, the rook should stay on this diagonal. So d5. What's the move here? What's the move? f4 takes, pawn takes, threatening the knight, so maybe f4. Yeah, we have this move. Bishop takes c3. Maybe f4 now. Yeah, but what is the idea? What is the idea? Probably something like rook here to here. The bishop g4. Maybe, but then h3. Bishop there. H here. Bishop there. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. I don't know. Maybe something like this. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Knight is pinned. Pawn takes. Yeah, no, this doesn't work. So bishop g4 could be a good move here. A good response. Okay, we have to move bishop g5 immediately. Oh, yeah, okay, now the threat is clear. Taking the knight. Okay, you kind of don't even have to take back. You can play bishop here immediately. But it kind of transposes after h6. Well, then you have to take there. It takes. Knight takes and g6. I don't know, I thought this isn't working, but probably queen here. And it's very hard to defend against h4, h5 or f4, f5. Wow. Wow, we have to move h6. And Fritz just took it. Okay, pawn takes. Queen here, check. King there, no. Queen takes. Let's see. Let's see what's the idea behind all that. I don't know. Queen takes, maybe bishop takes there. Knight here, and I don't see a win here. I just see a draw. Takes. I don't know. Maybe there is even a win. F4, D5, F5. With the idea rook here to here. But then maybe bishop check, king here, rook there, rook there. Yeah, but then this is gonna be mate, so the rook cannot move, so probably the queen. Probably the queen. This check maybe. King here. I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe this one. Take it and taking the queen. So, and if not takes, then there is this threat of checkmate. So you kind of have to take it. I don't know. Okay, this is very interesting, this kind of continuation. But we have bishop takes b2 immediately. Let's see. Yeah, just take this. King takes. I don't know, check. Check. No, not here, of course not. Check. King here. Kind of forcing the king there. And then that here. But I just see a draw after this. I just see that kind of thing happening. So just take the piece, and I only see a draw. Let's see what both of them calculate. Yeah, Nebula thinks it's a draw, and Deep Fritz also just sees a draw. So probably we have a draw here after all. This is only a draw in my eyes. You could have made some better stuff as Fritz here. You had the option of taking and going knight to g5, and after d5 f4. Yeah, but bishop g4 also seems kind of strong, just stopping the rook coming up. Yeah, I don't know. But this is only a draw to me. So bishop g5, no, not this kind of stuff. Castling, bishop d3, bishop takes, bishop g5, h3, bishop takes h6, bishop takes b2, bishop takes here, king takes, and now this kind of stuff, I suppose. Not this, but just check him again. And king has to go back. Check. Check. I don't see anything else. That's the problem. Yeah, it was an interesting game, but I don't see more than a draw, and also Fritz and Nebula are thinking that this is a draw. Okay, we don't have this check. It doesn't matter really. We have this check. So with one little trick, if you go there, then this is mate. But yeah, so you kind of have to go back. And then what? Maybe queen here, king here, queen here, king here. I see nothing. Don't see anything. Let's try this one for change, because you can never really attack the queen, because then this comes, well, probably even this works. For black, probably even that move works, because the king can run away. I don't know how far he can run. This looks pretty dumb to me. I don't know, even this is a draw. You kind of can check him. I don't know. Rook here, queen here, knight here. And maybe this is now winning for black, so probably this is even this is working. But you don't have to go this, you can just make the draw. You have queen h4, king here, queen there, or just any move. Something like this would be the easiest way to draw this. So this was the Ponziani Gambit, and it was quite an interesting draw. But yeah, there is nothing more now than a draw. So probably we will have a threefold repetition, either something like I analyzed, or yeah, but Fritz really tried, sacrificing every. I don't know if this is a good try. Yeah, this is a draw. Both engines agreed upon it. And now let's see what Stockfish has to say about this game and what the theory says about this game. So Fritz and Nebula I put away. I have a lot of engines. So let's ask Stockfish from the 27th of September how to make progress in the Euros of Gambit or Ponziani Gambit. Let's see. Okay, we have to move e4, e5, bishop here, bishop here. If you take there, this is what I wanted to ask Stockfish, new variation. Then d takes e5. That's e5. What about d5 here? That's what I was wondering. Bishop, oh, just bishop takes d5. Okay, bishop d5 doesn't work. So what about d6 here? Queen d5, threatening mate and the knight. Okay, this is fair enough. So that's why knight c5 is the move. Knight c5. Bishop here attacking the knight. Knight here. Knight here. Why not take this? Bishop takes. Queen here. And probably because of queen e7 or castling. No, queen e7, and this is not better for black. So pawn takes. Knight c5. Bishop e3. Or queen e2 or knight f3. Okay, how is the pawns? Pawns are equal. So yeah, if black wants to win a pawn, then he has to play e takes d4. No knight here. And knight takes e4. Queen takes d4. Knight f6. Knight c3. Knight here. Queen h4. Bishop b4. Castles. Castles. Bishop d3. Okay, this is all according to... This has all been analyzed before also. It's kind of interesting, and it's equal. The engines are saying it's equal. Bishop takes c3, followed by bishop g5, and this is just a drawn line here. h6, bishop takes h6, it's just a drawn line. But what if you take the bishop here? Is this really so bad? What I had analyzed, their new variation? No, it's playable. h6 to stop this bishop here. Then bishop takes h6. Pawn takes, queen takes. Yeah, but I don't see a win there either. Bishop takes. Okay, let's go with this. Pawn takes. Queen takes. Let's go with d5. What? Rook here? Rook e1. Let's give a token move. Mate in 9. Knight g5. Okay, what's the threat? I just don't see the threat. I don't see it. Probably something like rook here to here is the threat. So that's knight d4. Let's see this one. Rook here. What the hell is this? What the hell is this about? What the hell is this about? Queen e7 is the top engine move. Okay, let's go with bishop takes. The bishop is there. Bishop h7, king here, and queen takes rook. Okay. You cannot take with the bishop. But what about queen takes? Bishop h7 check. Knight takes. Okay, now I kind of understand this because it's a deflection tactic. Oh, you have to see this move. What about rook takes? This is also bad because now the f7 pawn is not defended, so bishop here, only move, and now knight here is gonna be made. Okay, this you have to see. This is a beautiful move, beautiful move. There I will make a tactic, a puzzle out of this. White to play and win. And the move is rook to e8. Okay, of course you cannot take with the knight, because queen h7 is gonna be mate, but the rook can't be taken by 4 pieces. That's amazing. Okay, but let's go back. Let's see. Let's go back. So h6 doesn't work here in this position. What about knight to e7? I will go knight here, threatening the pawn. Now knight to g6. What about h6 here? This is also kind of working. My plan was to go f4. And you cannot take this because of pawn takes, attacking the knight, and if the knight moves, then this is mate. So yeah, but black can survive via d5 and probably queen bishop g4 at some point, or some other moves. Yeah. Okay, that's the Eurosoft Gambit for you guys. Was quite interesting to see this game here unveiled, but it was just a draw. It's just a draw. Bishop takes, queen here, and there they agreed a draw because it's just a perpetual check. You can never move the knight because then something like queen h7 will be made. You can't do anything basically there. But back to this position here, when you play this amazing move after a6 or b6 or anything. This move is just crushing, because it's not only threatening the queen, it's also threatening the rook with checkmate. So queen takes f8 checkmate is a threat, or rook takes queen is a threat. So this is just an amazing deflection here. This rook to e8. Wow, I kind of have to say wow. This will be a puzzle position here. White to play and win. You can also give this check first and then king h8, and only then play the rook to e8. But in all the variations, rook to e8 is the move you have to find here. Yeah, this I will make a puzzle out of it. Okay, thanks for watching and see you next time. Ciao.